a message from inside the jail, and he has said, and I quote, "You can trouble me by putting me in jail, but you can't break my spirits." The British also gave trouble to the freedom fighters, but their spirits did not break. So this is a message that is being sent out by Manish Sisodia, and he has claimed that his spirits cannot be broken by putting him in jail. CNN News 18's Yash is joining us to tell us more about this. Yash, over to you.
Well, Anjali, this is the tweet which has been come to the fore by Manish Sisodia. In fact, the very line Manish Sisodia is showing right now is that the similar line which the Aam Aadmi Party and in particular Manish Sisodia had told. In fact, he went on to portray himself as a Deshbhakt in this particular tweet as well. And earlier also we saw how he penned a letter, in fact, where he said that, where he actually gave an emotional tone to this entire matter, where he said, where he actually waved off a message to the people and to the children of the national capital is to you study and I will be taking care of you. And in fact, earlier also we have seen how when he was, in fact, the day he was arrested by the ED, since morning how he portrayed himself as a national leader and in fact as a Deshbhakt, as what the Aam Aadmi Party is calling. So this particular tweet is also in that very line, and in fact what the Aam Aadmi Party is trying to do right now, they are continuously portraying Manish Sisodia in the very light which they were stating this particular fact earlier, that yes, you can put us behind the bar, yes, you can use different agencies against us, but what you cannot do is you cannot tamper with our spirit, and this very tweet states that very fact.
All right, Yash, we also have Anshul on this story. So, Anshul, despite serious allegations put by the ED on Manish Sisodia has now sent out this message that his spirits cannot be broken even if he's put behind the bars.
Well, definitely, this is the line, as Yash has been mentioning, that this has been the line of the Aam Aadmi Party since day one. They have been trying to portray themselves as the Qatar Deshbhakt. Even there were questions raised on the manner in which Manish Sisodia tried to project himself as Bhagat Singh in this entire matter. But if you see the kind of allegations that have been put against Manish Sisodia, those allegations are actually very, very serious in nature, because it clearly states that the entire policy was tweaked to benefit certain people, and hence after benefiting them, the kickbacks were received by the Aam Aadmi Party in advance, and Manish Sisodia was at that point not only the Deputy Chief Minister of the National Capital but also the Chairman of the Excise Department as well, and hence it becomes really very important for the kind of allegations that have been put against Manish Sisodia, that should be interrogated, and that is what the CBI and ED is doing at this point in time. And in line with that, today K. Kavita has also been called for interrogation, because the entire charge sheet that has been filed by the Enforcement Directorate in this entire matter clearly states that K. Kavita and Manish Sisodia had some sort of political understanding, because of which certain sort of benefits were given to K. Kavita. K. Kavita's aides company Arun Pillai in this entire matter, who owned approximately 30% shares in Indo Spirits, which was given a massive contract in this entire when this entire liquor licenses were being distributed. So yes, there are very, very serious allegations against Manish Sisodia. But if you see, currently I'm standing outside the Enforcement Director office, and this is where Manish Sisodia is launched at this point in time. Yesterday, after the custody was taken from the Rouse Avenue Court of 7 days, Manish Sisodia is still inside the Enforcement Director office, and he is being interrogated by the enforcement director, because remember the kind of statements that the ED has recorded in this entire matter, those statements clearly point fingers towards Manish Sisodia and how Manish Sisodia actually knew that this entire policy that is being implemented.
All right, Anshul, we have BJP's Shehzad Poonawala joining us. Shehzad, good morning. So Manish Sisodia has now sent out a message saying that his spirits cannot be broken even if he's put inside the jail. What's your take on this?
कोर्ट से हारे तो विक्टिम कार्ड के सहारे. By the way, Mr. Manish Sisodia has been kept in jail by courts of law rejecting him any kind of relief. Yesterday, the ED court remanded him for till 17th of March, and the CBI court has adjourned the matter. Satyendra Jain is in jail for last 9 months because of the courts. Vijay Nair is in jail for 6 months because of the courts. So unless they feel that the courts are breaking their spirit, it is another matter that they might feel even that. But the fact of the matter is that today, those who are indulging in Qatar corruption, when they they are getting no relief from the court, they pull out their old stale victimhood card and they try to play victim and they compare themselves with Mahatma Gandhi and Bhagat Singh. So this is just a old victimhood card. We have PAN card and Aadhaar card. They have a stale permanent victimhood card which they keep playing.
Also, Shehzad, do you think that the policy was not just faulty, but it also helped AAP in illegal gains?
Absolutely. The entire Sharab policy was so corrupt that even the government of Delhi retracted it and went back to the old policy. The RTI shows a 1,800 to 2,000 crore rupee loss. Yesterday, the ED remand note talks about at least 292 crores in criminal proceeds leading up to Manish Sisodia. At least. I'm not saying this is the final amount. And apart from that, we've seen how the commission was increased to 12%, how kickbacks were received of 6%, manufacturing and blacklisted companies were allowed to come in, wholesale was given to private sector. All of these violations have been documented. There's documentary evidence, there's digital evidence they've tried to destroy. And now they present themselves as if they are martyrs for a cause. Well, the only cause that they have submitted themselves to is corruption, and now they have to pay the price of corruption. Ironically, these were people who would demand resignations before investigation under India Against Corruption. But today they stand for celebration, cover-up and protection of corruption.
All right, Shehzad, thank you for speaking to CNN News 18. We have some breaking news that's coming.